Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're tackling, a really fascinating and maybe quite intense piece of online source material.
Yeah, intense feels like the right word for it.
We're diving into an audio excerpt from the Next News Network, and it's a report making some pretty serious allegations about absentee ballot tampering.
Very serious claims.
It's definitely a powerful claim, coming from a particular corner of the media landscape.
Absolutely.
And our mission today, really, it isn't to judge it, right? It's not about saying if it's true or false.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Our deep dive today is all about meticulously examining this specific source.
Right.
We want to extract its key claims, sure, but maybe more importantly, understand the precise perspective it's offering.
How they're framing it.
Precisely. It's not about validating or refuting. It's about dissecting the narrative itself.
The story they're telling.
Yeah, the story the source wants you, the listener, to see and how it wants you to interpret things. We're looking at the rhetorical choices, the framing, the strategic intent behind it all.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Let's go.
And right out of the gate, this report from the Next News Network, it really hits you with a central, incredibly provocative claim.
It does. It doesn't ease you in.
No. Before even getting to the alleged tampering itself, the audio just opens right up with Donald Trump was right.
Straight away.
And there's this dramatic framing around Hillary Clinton, too. Then it focuses in on this Ohio man,
Right.
identifying himself as a postal worker, supposedly bragging online about ripping up absentee ballots.
So it's setting a very specific scene.
Exactly. It's not just reporting something. It sets this really specific, charged tone and, a clear political alignment from the very first second.
Yeah, it's almost like it's nodding to its audience, like we're on the same page here, before even presenting the core evidence. Validating a viewpoint up front.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And what's fascinating, too, is how the program immediately establishes its position. Gary Franchi, the host there, he says this report comes from Perry Sue Liberty Writers.
Okay, so it's citing a source.
Right. And by citing that particular source, they're kind of signaling to their listeners, a certain level of maybe shared ideology or trustworthiness.
Like, this is one of ours. You can trust us.
Implicitly saying, this is information you can rely on from our side. Then this alleged act, the postal worker thing, it's immediately labeled pure criminality.
Strong language.
Very. And it escalates quickly. The source asserts that Democrats, the state, have become the oppressors.
Wow. Okay.
So that really helps set the stage, doesn't it? It establishes the network's overall viewpoint, its framework for these claims. It's very clear about its stance, not just on this one incident, but, the bigger political picture.
Defining the good guys and bad guys right away.
Pretty much, yeah. From their perspective, anyway.
Now, let's dig into the specific evidence or the details they actually present to back up this really serious claim.
Okay.
It mentions a tweet supposedly posted by an unidentified user named Randy G. Dub.
Right. On a Sunday, the report says.
Okay. And the network quotes, apparently directly from the description of this tweet. It says, Republicans were outraged to see that a leftist oppressor had even tweeted about such activity. And then, this is how the Democrats will cheat with this election, ripping up absentee ballots.
So quoting the description, not necessarily the tweet itself.
Well, that's how they present it. But here's where it gets, for me, really interesting, because that's not just quoting something, is it?
No.
It's heavily editorializing it. What stands out to you about how they're presenting this information, especially this specific piece of evidence?
Well, it's definitely not detached reporting, like you said.
Not at all.
And if we connect this specific incident, this alleged tweet from, someone nobody wants to know, it's immediately woven into this much broader narrative by the network.
Okay.
It's not treated as just an isolated event. It's framed as, concrete proof.
Proof of, well, exactly.
Proof of a widespread problem with election integrity, and specifically the alleged actions of Democrats.
Ah, okay.
The network uses phrases like leftist oppressor.
Yeah.
Right? And directly links this supposed tweet to a general claim. This is how the Democrats will cheat.
So taking one alleged instance and making it represent the whole system or the whole party.
Exactly. It effectively transforms this unverified social media post into a kind of indictment.
Without needing much proof beyond the post itself.
Kind of bypassing that, yeah. It seems aimed at stirring a specific emotional reaction, reinforcing a bias perhaps already there in their audience. It's a powerful rhetorical move.
Mm-hmm.
And then the segment goes into this really dramatic questioning,
Yeah, I remember that part.
asking where are the authorities?
Yeah.
Where's the MSNBC? Where's the CNNs of the world?
Right. Implying they should be covering it.
And then the network answers its own question. It claims they don't care,
Okay.
and even suggests they're probably ripping up ballots right alongside these guys.
Wow. That's quite a leap.
It is. It suggests these established institutions are deliberately ignoring it, which, raises that important question about information dissemination
How information spreads.
and then how this program tries to position itself as sort of the real source, the legitimate voice telling the story, while implying others are actually complicit in the problem.
Okay. And it doesn't just stop with presenting the claim in this framing, right?
No, it goes further.
The network takes a really important next step. It tells its audience what to do.
Yeah, very clear instructions.
It's not just here's the info. It's
Right.
clearly trying to mobilize people.
Absolutely.
Gary Franchi, the host, he directly urges listeners to, quote, break this all over the web and share this report.
Spread the word.
He emphasizes, make sure people are aware that this type of criminality is going on.
Right. Creating awareness as they see it.
Yeah. And even tells listeners to contact your post office and contact your local postmaster.
Taking direct action.
So this is presented as the solution, right? The response the audience should have.
That's how it's framed, yeah. The appropriate response to the alleged event.
It's a very active role he's asking people to take, almost like deputizing them, making them part of spreading the story.
That's a really good way to put it, deputizing them. Because the overarching message there about individual responsibility in spreading information, it's really striking.
Yeah.
And it's critical, I think, to understanding the intent. The program explicitly states, you has the power to impact the global narrative.
You has the power. Okay.
Yeah. It's not just a suggestion. It's framed as this empowering statement. It puts the burden, but also the opportunity right on the listener.
How do they use that power?
By sharing the report, pushing it out online. That's the mechanism they give.
Got it.
And, it's not presented as purely altruistic either. The program does invite people to become an X News subscriber for more content.
Ah, okay. So there's a call to action for the audience and also for the network itself.
Exactly. And understanding that call to action is really key, I think, to grasping the network's intent and how it frames what it means to be an engaged citizen.
So it's not just reporting, it's actively trying to turn listeners into active participants.
Precisely. Encouraging them to spread the message, become part of their community, this sort of citizen journalist model they present. It's a really powerful way for narratives, whether they're verified or not, to potentially bypass traditional media gatekeepers and just gain traction very quickly.
Okay. So let's bring this all together for the listener. What does this all mean for you?
Now, what's the takeaway here?
Well, our deep dive today, it was really entirely about exploring this very specific claim from this very specific network.
Right, focused on the source.
We weren't here to validate it.
Yeah.
We weren't here to refute the claims made in that report.
No.
Instead, our whole mission was just to understand what was said, how it got presented, and what perspective the network itself was trying to get across.
The framing, the language, the structure.
Exactly. And it really underscores, I think, the importance of, well, dissecting information, looking beyond just the headline, and recognizing the viewpoint, the biases, the rhetorical strategies that might be embedded within the source material itself.
Rather than just taking the claims at face value.
Right. It's about recognizing how the message is constructed.
Exactly. And when you encounter reports like this one, especially online, where things can spread so fast,
Yeah.
it's just so crucial to consider not just the main claim, but the whole package.
The whole context.
Yeah. Where is it coming from? What specific language is it using? What evidence does it actually present and how?
And like we discussed, what is it asking you to do? What's the call to action?
That too. Absolutely. What this particular deep dive into the Next News Network really reveals is, well, a very distinct way that claims about really important public processes, like elections, get shared and framed in certain corners of the information landscape. It's just a reminder, isn't it? Every piece of media comes with an agenda, an angle, whether it's explicit or implicit.
And understanding that agenda is key.
It's key to being an informed consumer of information.
It certainly makes you think, doesn't it? about the nature of online information and just how quickly individual narratives can gain traction.
Especially those with strong emotional hooks.
Yeah, exactly. Strong emotional appeals and these very specific calls to action like share this now or contact this person, they can spread like wildfire.
Mm.
So this deep dive hopefully encourages you, the listener, to consider not just the facts presented, but always the framing.
How the information is packaged.
Yeah, how it's delivered specifically to shape your understanding. So maybe final thought to leave you with. What does this particular report and how it was constructed encourage you to think about next time you encounter really strong claims online?
Especially claims paired with direct instructions or calls to action.
Right. It's just a powerful reminder, isn't it? Always consider the source, its methods, and maybe its ultimate objective.
Definitely something to keep in mind.